everyone. We are back here with another little car repair video, a very simple one. No oil pans on a Mustang this time, but looks like a little valve cover on this, I think 2013 Chevy Sonic. So, pretty easy job. Should get it done fairly quickly, hopefully, before this rain comes back. But yeah, just doing this for my mom really quick, and yeah, hope to get it done. As you can see, there's a good bit of oil right there. And I've just been watching it for a couple weeks, and it's just coming out of the valve cover. It's landing on, thought at first it was a rear main because it was landing right on the transmission, but yeah, it's just seeping out of there. Quick update on the Mustang. Just got done replacing some parts on it. Nothing huge. We'll tell you though that we have developed a little bit of a fluid leak. Very small from the transmission. I've already dropped it 3 times now to fix. I replaced the front seal, and I put some, but it looked like oil was actually seeping out of the trans pump. So it looks like that gasket's gonna have to replace, and I just don't have the time, nor do I want to put in the money to replacing to pulling out the trans pump, which I will do, and I'll make a video of it, because I have a same exact transmission sitting over there, well, somewhere over there, but that I've just been pulling apart and tinkering with. So I mean, I could do it, but I just don't have the time nor money to put into it right now. So I'm just gonna leave it be, you know, fill it up every month or so. But yeah, so for the time being, we got this little job to do right here, and I'm just gonna take you with the steps. So our first step really should be the only step, is just pulling off these 8mm points, and then pulling off your ignition coil part right here. That's the other big thing you're gonna want to do. And I'm hoping I have a screwdriver to fit that. You see right there, it's a star point, so hoping I have something to fit that. But yeah, so you want to do these 2 first, pull the coils up, and then you want to get around to the actual valve cover itself. I'll get back in when I pull off this ignition coil part. You can see here was the bolts that held them in. Here's where they previously were. Just one bolt right there, one bolt right there. So those 2, not the middle one, right there. You'll see it if you're doing it on your car. And yeah, then now we have to pull, no, we don't have to pull the spark plugs. I'll let you know if we do, but really and then you had to disconnect the electrical connector. This is the electrical connector right here. So now just go around and pull out each one of these 8mm. They're 8mm, and a star socket will fit on, a regular socket will fit on them. Sorry about that motor back there. Some people don't have regards for other people. But just pull out each one of these things. And I don't think there's actual torque spec. There may be, tightening, a loosening sequence, usually not. If you want to do it like that, you just do it in a star pattern, I guess. But yeah, just pull out each one of those, and then then we should be able to replace the gasket. Basically, all it was loosening up those bolts. Now, it will take you a little while to get it off, because man, do they pack this thing up tight. And GM's quality control on these wires suck. I broke the PVC pipe right there. Luckily, I have a rubber hose that will fit right over that and connect it, so that doesn't concern me. But you got to be careful with this stuff. It's so brittle, it snaps. And then, of course, you're gonna have to be dealing with these wires over here that sit on the thing, and just parts are gonna come off because the heat and plastic don't exactly work well. So either you're super gentle, or you accidentally break something, which I accidentally broke something. But they're very insignificant, something I'm not worried about. I was thinking of making my own gasket, but what I think I'll do is just go pick up a gasket. It looks easier. But yeah, there you go. There's your timing chain and overhead cams, all that good stuff. So this is the gasket, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry. This is a 2015 1.4 liter turboed Chevy Sonic. There's the gasket. I'm just gonna work on getting it on. What you're gonna want to do is get a towel over everything so you're not getting anything dirty, and go around and do your best to get the mating edges clean as possible. You're also going to want some type of, I think they call it gasket maker silicone, because you're going to want to put silicone in the areas where it was previously before, like there, and like there, and other places, wherever they want it. So do your best to keep that out of the engine. If you get it in, it's fine. Just make sure to pick out whatever you can, but I would consider just putting a little rag over it, shop towel like I have right here, and just going around and cleaning up everything nice, and we'll work on getting this thing back on. I put the new gasket on. fits nice. Just want to check it, look for anything, any cracks or anything. Not that there should be any, but it's Velcro. Velcro's pretty good. But when I get that on, that looks good. And you want to take one less gander at your engine bay. Now, talking about the engine, yes, there's going to be a little bit of foreign material that gets in there, like dirt and dust and crap like that, especially if you're working like me outside and stuff. But for the most part, you know, if that does happen, that's why there's something called an oil filter. So you can, now I was sure that I didn't get any of the gasket material in my engine. I maybe got like a little piece, but nothing the oil filter can't handle. But if you really are that scared, which I'm not trying to insult you, but if you really want to like just take the extra step to make sure your engine's not going to get hurt, change the oil, change the filter. That should all it need. But yeah, so as you can see, it's pretty clean. Now you're going to want to take some silicone. I would just recommend any oil resistant one. I just did this for an intake manifold job. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, super high heat. And I'm going to have to put the camera down here, but what you want to do is you just want to take a blob of it on your finger or on your glove or whatever you want to do, and you just want to put it in the spots that it was previously, like so, right here, right there, right there, right there, and then I don't think it was anywhere else on this side of the engine. I mean, you can put it really wherever you want. You could even outline the whole thing in silicone if you felt like it. I mean, that's just more silicone than I have, so I'm just going to put it in those spots and maybe a spot over here and a spot over here. But yeah, and then we'll get on to just putting it back together. Exactly, have to put humongous globs, but just make sure that they're, you know, some people don't like putting too big of globs because it just spreads out and it could get in the engine. You know, I mean, like I said, there's an oil filter for a reason. If you want to, you change the oil filter. But the manufacturers do it like this, so I'm just following how the manufacturers do it. But yeah, there you go. You see, and you want to put enough to where you're comfortable that it's not going to leak again, which I'm pretty comfortable. This will not leak again because I really don't want to get back down here. But yeah, that's all. Now we'll work on just putting the valve cover back on top. You may want to get a friend to just help you hold this out of the way, the wiring harnesses and stuff. Just try to hold everything out of the way. So I got these all threaded down, and all I did was I had my father just hold these wires out of the way. As you can see, it already fits pretty easily, but if you can see right down there, you can see the thin bead of silicone right where they want it. And thin bead of silicone right where they want it, right down there. You can see it's very orange. Right there. Right there. And right, I don't think you guys would be able to see it, but there, yep, right there, you can see a glimpse of it. So yeah, that's about all you want. And you want to get this just down to finger tightness. No, not finger tightness, just, you know, not too tight. These manifold bolts, or any kind of bolts, they break on me all the time. Now on the Mustang, I've broken like 5 of them. You do not want to break these bolts because they are a pain in the butt to get out. So what you're going to want to do is invest $3 or whatever you have and just get a smaller version of one of these. I'll show you guys in the next clip. And I want to see, what did I talk about? Yeah, no real torque pattern on here. Just get it down tight. I'm trying to think. I was going to say something. I don't know if I mentioned. Oh, yeah, O-rings. My package came in O-rings. If you get a Velcro one, it may come with you. I couldn't figure out where it went. It doesn't go under the thing. It doesn't go under here. And they weren't on here when I took it off. So I don't know what they're doing. But the gasket is on the outside of the bolt holes. So I'm not too concerned about that. And yeah, you want to give it. Now, the big thing is you want to give it a couple hours. Really, I'm just going to do a couple hours. But whatever your manufacturers of the silicone recommends, you want it to wait that long before taking out and driving. And I think that's solely because when you do, you know, press down and a thin bead of silicone goes to the inside of the engine, you know, starting up too soon and all that fluid pressure is just going to knock it away. But if you give it some time to dry, it won't move. So, you know, do what you want. I'm going to wait a couple hours before starting this up just because I don't want to ruin my mom's car. But yeah, there you go. That's basically all you guys should have to do, except put on a couple electrical connector snaps. But of course, me being me, I broke a PVC pipe, or whatever how this pipe is. But I'll show you what I do in the next clip. And yeah, so we're almost done. What you want to do is just get these down decently tight, not overly tight, because they will break on you, and you do not want them to break. They are a pain to get out, plus you have to take off this whole thing. So let me go show you what I'm going to use instead of that thing, or that ratchet wrench. Let me go into my tool shop really quick. what you're gonna want to use, and yes, I did get a little bit of an upgrade from the plastic table I used to be working on. I got this nice thing right here. This little guy right here, that's all I would use. Or else you're gonna break something, and you do not want to break a bolt, because bolts are a pain in the butt to get out, plus you have to take off everything. So, I'm gonna finish tightening these, the bolts down on here, and we should be close to good to go. I got these all tightened down. And I was just thinking where the O-rings might go is right under the bolt head. Think it's unlikely though, because it's such a tight seal anyway. I could not imagine oil being able to run all its way up and then get out of there to a point where it would cause a leak. So you can see there's a little bit of oil right there, but that's just from the bolt. And we had this manifold over, so all the oil that was on it was running in the holes. Don't think that's any bad news, but just clean it off, you know. But really all you want to do from here is reassembly of everything. And what that mainly is, luckily, is just putting on your, whatever these are. I can never remember the name of these things. I think they're coils of some sort. I don't know. Should know this stuff. I don't. Know how to do it. Know what they do. Just don't know the name of them. So, but you want to go in putting this back on. And then after you get that, I'm going to show you what I do with the PVC pipe. It's a good little trick. It saved my butt a couple times. But yeah, that's all you should do. And then we'll get back to you in a second. It's starting to rain, so I want to get inside. There's only two things I did between, two things I did between here and last clip. I tightened down these, not that they're spec. I have no clue what their spec is, but I just tightened them down pretty tight. I put on, so this is I think, you can correct me if this is wrong, this is either supplying vacuum pressure or it's the EGR valve. I'm gonna go with the EGR valve. Not 100% sure, maybe providing vacuum to the turbo. Not 100% sure what it is. It's oily in there, so really not sure what it is. I think that's why I thought it was EGR. But, you know, 2 clips like that, and when the car starts or whatever, you can spray some water, see if it's leaking. And you could get a replacement of this pipe, but no real need to. This works just fine, and it's a lot faster and cheaper. But just 2 clips and 1 piping, and you can just pretty decent sized pipe. AutoZone, they're pretty good about it. They give me like $2 for like a foot of it, so it was nice. And then I just put it all back on, and now it's nice and tight. And of course, due to these wonderfully made electrical connectors, they're never gonna sit right again, but that's fine because that's all they do. And then final thing was I put the beauty cover back on. So there you go. You can refill oil or do whatever you want to next. That concludes this segment of the video. I would, like I said before, I don't recommend, you can see this already, actually already getting tacky. Wouldn't recommend starting it right now. Give it a couple hours before you start it up. But yeah, that's all you need to do. Keep these areas clean, watch out for leaks, etc., etc. If you see a leak, it's probably, and I will make another video, but it's probably because the O-rings are supposed to go under here. Not 100% sure. Either way, it doesn't require this to be removed again. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. Could use it, maybe a like and a comment. I really appreciate your comments on the other Mustang videos. And I'm trying to help who I can. This wasn't exactly a video that was requested, but you know, just trying to, when I do a job, I'll help out. We got a tranny drop coming up sometime soon, but not too soon, probably a couple months once I get some money. But yeah, that's all it took right there. Saved about $100, maybe 150, depending on how long the mechanics took. But yeah, pretty fun. Subscribe, tell your friends about me, and leave a comment if you guys want to see me do something interesting in the next couple of videos. I'll see you soon, and see you guys later. Hey YouTube, I'm up here from my little editing place. Well, I don't do much editing. That was a joke. I just kind of film and put the stuff together. I just wanted to make 2 points really quick. I wanted to, once again, thank you guys for watching the video, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And last but not least, I wanted to give a shout out to my friend Amic Paul. He has a YouTube channel that will be linked in the description or any one of the other videos. And he made the intro for my video that's going to be on here today. And yeah, so just go check him out. Make some pretty good music. Just go check him out if you can. But thank you again for watching. Love to see you subscribed. Love to see you like. Maybe leave a comment on what you want me to do next. I can do anything on a Chevy Sonic, Ford Explorer, Ford Expedition, a Mustang, or a Toyota Sienna. So if you guys want to see me do a repair on one of those, just leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to do it. See you guys soon, and stay in tune for the next video. Thank you.